Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Crush your morning goals with a steak, egg, and cheese bagel or any breakfast sandwich and snag another one for just $1 with the buy one, get one deal. Only in the McDonald's app. Limited time only at participating McDonald's. Valid once per day. Must opt into rewards.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
If you're a maintenance supervisor for a commercial property, you've had to deal with everything from leaky faucets to flickering light bulbs. But nothing's worse than that ancient boiler that's lived in the building since the day it was built, 50 years ago. It's enough to make anyone lose their cool. That's where Grainger comes in. With industrial-grade products and dependable fast delivery, Grainger can help with any challenge, from worn-out components to everyday necessities. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Poor Charles. After all that fun at the Gladiator II premiere last week, this next story had to go and happen. Paul Mescal, the star of Gladiator II, appeared to take a subtle swipe at King Charles during a red carpet interview for the film's London premiere. When asked about meeting the monarch, Mescal's response was characteristically straightforward and perhaps a touch pointed. I had never met the king before that night. It's definitely not something I thought would be on my bingo card. I'm Irish, so it's not on the list of priorities. Mescal added that the royal appearance was wild, but more significant for director Ridley Scott, given the prestige it brought to the event. It's an amazing thing for Ridley because of how important that is for him to see the film celebrated. In that context, it was very special. I found it somewhat challenging to fully catch what Charles was saying, so I ended up just nodding along and smiling. Hopefully things go even better for Charles tonight at the Royal Variety Performance, which is presented annually to support the Royal Variety charity. Its origins trace back to 1912 when King George V and Queen Mary attended the inaugural royal performance. This historic event, held at the Palace Theatre in London, was a fundraiser for the Variety Artists Benevolent Fund, the predecessor of today's Royal Variety charity. The 1912 performance set the tone for what would become a prestigious showcase of the best in entertainment. It featured a variety of acts, including comedians, singers, dancers, and even circus performers. Its success laid the foundation for an annual tradition that has evolved to include a dazzling array of global talent. Over the decades, the event has been graced by some of the world's most renowned performers, from the Beatles and Judy Garland to Adele and Lady Gaga. It remains a platform for emerging artists to share the stage with established legends. Each performance reflects the changing tastes in entertainment, ensuring it remains relevant to modern audiences while honoring its rich heritage. The royal family has been a constant presence, underscoring the deep ties between the monarchy and the arts. King Charles, who will attend this evening, continues his legacy as the current patron of the Royal Variety charity. The event, staged at iconic venues like the London Palladium and Royal Albert Hall, is a glistening celebration of performance art steeped in history and tradition. Funds raised from the show provide essential support for members of the entertainment industry, including care for retired performers and assistance with mental health and addiction issues. The Royal Variety Performance is not only a spectacular night of entertainment, but also a meaningful testament to the power of community and philanthropy. The 2024 Royal Variety Performance is shaping up to be a star-studded spectacle featuring an eclectic mix of comedy, music, and theatre. Comedians Ellie Taylor, Matt Ford, Scott Bennett, and Larry Dean will share the stage with an impressive lineup at London's Royal Albert Hall, where the event will be recorded this Friday for later broadcast on ITV1. Hosting duties fall to Alan Carr and Amanda Holden, bringing their signature charm to the event. Alan Carr, who last hosted the show in 2021, expressed his excitement. I am completely thrilled to be back hosting the Royal Variety Performance so soon. What a compliment and an honour. To be able to host this magical evening with my best friend and TV wife, Amanda Holden, is the icing on the cake for me. If I have half as much fun as I did 3 years ago, well, we are all in for a real treat. Amanda Holden mirrored the enthusiasm, saying, "This is a dream job, and Alan is a true friend. We are already bursting with ideas and excitement. It's going to be such a fun night. I've worked on Britain's Got Talent for 18 years, and have been so proud watching all our winners perform for the royal family. This year will be no different. So in the words of Sydney Christmas, let's have it." The evening promises high-profile performances, including Elton John introducing his new West End show, The Devil Wears Prada, magicians Penn and Teller, and Lorraine Kelly with the Change and Czech Choir performing Love Is All Around to raise awareness for breast cancer detection. Musical acts include James Bay, Sophie Ellis-Bextor, Marisha Wallace, and Eurovision winner Nemo. Fans of theatre will be treated to performances from the London casts of Oliver and Starlight Express, as well as Mischief Theatre's first public preview of their upcoming West End show, the comedy about spies. The event also features Cirque du Soleil, the English National Ballet, and Britain's Got Talent champion Sydney Christmas, fulfilling part of her prize with a performance before the royal family. We'll break here and come back for a Once Around the World to see what's happening in other royal families. Please note the second story after the break has some very serious topics and comes with a content warning. Palace Intrigue will be right back.
The changing of seasons can affect how you feel. 1 in 5 people experience some form of depression, no matter the time of year.
At the American Psychiatric Association Foundation, our vision is to build a mentally healthy nation for all. Visit mentallyhealthynation.org to learn more.
Need something lighter before diving into today's chaos? Daily Comedy News tracks the latest from your favorite comedians. We're your morning download on Mulaney, Gaffigan, Chappelle, SNL, and everyone making moves in comedy. What comedy specials are streaming this week? Who's doing what? And even though it's comedy, there's always a controversy. From arena tours to streaming deals, club comebacks to industry shakeups, think of us as your daily shot of laughs before facing the real headlines. 7 days a week, get Daily Comedy News wherever you get your shows. Daily Comedy News.
Tired of doom scrolling? Time for a dose of awesome. 5 Good News Stories is your happy place, where underdogs become champions, crossing guards become legends, and impossible dreams come true. We're serving up 5 fresh reasons to believe in humanity. From world records to cute animal stories, to that guy who turned his pizza shop into a homeless shelter. These are the stories that'll make you go, wait, what? That's amazing! Ready for your good news fix? Follow 5 Good News Stories wherever you get your podcasts, because let's face it, we could all use more awesome in our lives. The number 5 Good News Stories.
My apologies in advance for all the mispronunciations I'm about to make. The glittering world of Megcal diamonds and Qatari royals has collided in a dramatic High Court case centered around the Idol's Eye, a 70-carat gemstone worth an estimated £21 million. This historic diamond, with origins tracing back to Golconda mines of India in 1600, has become the subject of a legal showdown between 2 branches of the Al Thani family. The dispute pits Sheikh Ahmad bin Abdullah Al Thani, a London-based art collector and noted patron of thoroughbred racing, against the widow and children of Sheikh Saud bin Muhammad Al Thani, the late Qatari culture minister. Sheikh Ahmad claims he has the right to purchase the diamond for £7.8 million, citing an agreement tied to his investment company, Quipco. Meanwhile, the family's managing Sheikh Saud's estate argues that any suggestion for a sale was a mistake and that no consent was ever granted by Elena's Holdings, the company overseeing the gem. The Idol's Eye, a bluish-tinged masterpiece previously owned by Ottoman Sultan and jeweller Harry Winston, was acquired by Sheikh Saud in 2004 for £7 million. It was reportedly one of the most prized possessions later placed in the name of Elena's for inheritance purposes. After Sheikh Saud's death in 2014, the diamond was loaned to Sheikh Ahmad's Quipco for display in his Megcal collection. The legal wrangling centers on a 2020 letter suggesting a willingness to sell the gem during the pandemic. Sheikh Ahmad's legal team argues this constituted an actionable offer, while the family contends it was merely exploratory and lacked broader appeal. With the diamond now believed to be worth significantly more than £7.8 million, sale price tensions have escalated. Adding intrigue to the case, Sheikh Ahmad has strong ties to the British monarchy, frequently appearing at events like Royal Ascot and maintaining sponsorship agreements through Quipco. Meanwhile, the case serves as a stark reminder of the complexities of family legacies, wealth, and priceless heirlooms. As the hearing continues, the fate of this extraordinary diamond and the fractured relationships around it remain to be seen. On to that story with the content warning and more mispronunciations. Norway's royal family is grappling with a major scandal as Marius Borg Oiby, the eldest son of Crown Princess Mette Marie, faces a series of serious charges, including a preliminary charge of rape. The 27-year-old was arrested on November 18th in Oslo under suspicion of engaging in sexual intercourse with someone who was unconscious or otherwise unable to resist the act, according to police. The allegations don't stop there. Borg Øiby is also charged with abuse in close relationships, violating a restraining order, and driving without a valid license. The charges stem from ongoing investigations involving multiple women, and his past includes a history of violent incidents and troubling behavior. Øiby has admitted to some charges, including bodily harm against a former girlfriend, property damage in her apartment, and making a death threat in an unrelated incident. However, he denies guilt in other cases, including the rape allegation. His lawyer, Øyvind Breitland, stated that Øiby only pleads guilty to certain incidents and refutes the broader allegations against him. The Royal Palace has distanced itself, referring questions to police and Øiby's legal team. Communications advisor Simon Sund declined to comment on the case. The alleged rape victim's lawyer, Hej Solomon, revealed that her client did not file the charges herself, but is cooperating with authorities and is having a hard time. Borg Øiby's troubles have been mounting for months. He was first arrested in August following a violent incident in Oslo's Frogner neighborhood, which led to domestic abuse charges. He apologized for that episode, blaming it on a mix of alcohol, cocaine, and untreated mental health issues. Although Marius Borg Øiby is not an official royal, his close ties to Norway's monarchy make the case particularly damaging. He has lived on royal property and attended public events with his mother, stepfather, Crown Prince Haakon, and half-siblings Princess Ingrid Alexandra and Prince Sverre Magnus. This scandal also revives scrutiny of Crown Princess Mette-Marit's past, which was controversial during her engagement to Haakon. Critics at the time raised concerns about her wild past and her relationships with Borg Øiby's father, a man convicted of drug possession. Mette-Marit addressed the criticism head-on in 2001, apologizing publicly and condemning drug use. Despite early backlash, her story was embraced as a modern-day Cinderella tale. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice. Don't forget, you can get this show commercial-free along with hundreds of others from Calaroga Shark Media. And this Thanksgiving, why not try out 5 good news stories? It's all just feel-good stuff, great for the Thanksgiving time of the year. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.
Welcome to the new podcast, 5 Minutes of Death, where we explore the profound mysteries of mortality with an open heart and curious mind. I'm Olivia, and I'll be your guide as we travel from ancient wisdom traditions to modern near-death experiences and sacred burial rituals to transformative spiritual practices. We're diving deep into humanity's greatest contemplation. Think conversations about death have to be heavy? Think again. So join me for 5 Minutes of Death, because understanding death isn't just about endings, it's about discovering the infinite within the finite. 5 Minutes of Death, available wherever you get your podcasts.
From Washington, D.C., where the election may be over, but the circus isn't leaving town, this is Ballot.
That's right. And we roast everyone from both parties equally because, let's face it, there's enough crazy to go around. Get your daily dose of political chaos on Ballot. Okay, guys, give me a good USA chant. The podcast is called Ballot. We make fun of politics, late-night style. Ballot, available wherever you get your podcasts.